Good afternoon. I'm Shauna Clark, and I head the Employment and Labor Practice, and am a member of the U.S. Management Committee of Norton Rose Fulbright. I'm also a proud alumna of the DirectWomen Board Institute. It is truly an honor for me to introduce my dear friend and mentor, Linda Addison. Put simply, Linda is a phenomenal woman. Linda entered the legal profession in the late 70s when business clubs were closed to women and people of color, and clients openly questioned whether they should entrust their significant matters to a woman. Nevertheless, she built a large and successful national practice representing some of the world's biggest companies in the most significant matters. Linda was a trusted advisor to CEOs, boards, senior executives, and industries across the nation. She became the first woman to lead our firm and one of the few women ever to head a big law firm with a global footprint. Linda is a phenomenal woman. Now, after being a groundbreaker in the legal profession, Linda has embarked on a new career as an independent director. Linda joined the board of directors and compensation committee of Globe Life, an S&P 500 company, and became one of the first two independent directors of KPMG. I will only mention a few of Linda's numerous awards. She's been named one of the most powerful women in New York, and I'll say the nation, one of the 50 most influential women lawyers. The Texas Lawyer honored her with its first Lifetime Achievement Award, and her beloved University of Texas at Austin named her a Distinguished Alumna. Linda is a champion for advancing women, and she's dedicated to her community. Having worked with Linda, I've personally observed her clear thinking, calm analysis in times of crisis, her consensus building and problem solving skills, all things that make her a sought after board member. And she's witty, funny, and clever to work with. So if you're looking for a board director or you're about to embark on a search, I'll tell you, she's available. Now, I could go on and on about Linda's professional accomplishments, but those are not the qualities that mean the most to me. To me, Linda has been my own personal trusted advisor in my quest to balance a thriving and demanding practice with the critically important roles of wife and mother of four. As early as I can remember, Linda boldly told me, "Marry well," because she knew in order to be successful in any profession, the choice of one's spouse or partner was probably the most important decision you can make. Linda counseled me that I needed to be sure that I used my time away from work wisely. No cleaning the house, no picking up dry cleaning. That was true liberation to me. Now, being Linda's mentee is not for the faint at heart. If you know Linda, she gives her advice straight up and with no chaser, much like she takes her martinis without vermouth. Now, some would say that's just gin, but not Linda. Linda's personal brand is almost iconic, a walking example of a phenomenal woman, and yet she welcomes me in whatever state I happen to be in without judgment. Linda Addison is my dear friend and a role model to so many women and men. Linda, it is my privilege to present you with the 2019 DirectWomen Board Institute Distinguished Alumna Award. Okay, you have to first take this. And we have to take a picture.
Look there behind the line.
Right here.
Toe the line. Beautiful. Yeah.
One more time. Whew.
Thank you, Shauna, for that lovely introduction. Thank you, DirectWomen, for your important work to increase the number of women on corporate boards. I am honored to share the dais with Angela, Rose, and Alan, who have done so much to advance women, as has PNC. I spent my legal career at Norton Rose Fulbright, a firm known for its integrity, excellence, and social impact, where women can and do thrive. I sought and found those same qualities in the companies whose boards I am proud to have joined, Globe Life and KPMG. I thank them for sponsoring today's luncheon, and I especially thank the contingent of colleagues and friends seated at those three tables. Institutional investors have made gender diversity on corporate boards a priority. Diversity of thought and perspectives and voices produces better discussions and enhances decision-making. Diversity of experiences helps a board anticipate and navigate risks and opportunities. And gender diversity on boards is strongly correlated with improved financial performance. At Globe Life, 42% of our directors and 50% of our independent directors are women. Globe Life had a reasonably diverse board before its most recent board search. Although diversity was not a primary driver, the company built a diverse pool of 20 highly qualified candidates and interviewed the top 6, 3 men and 3 women. Globe Life had been seeking only one director in that search, but the board, including co-CEOs Gary Coleman and Larry Hutchison, wanted to add the specific skills and experience of the top 3 candidates. So the company then expanded the board for 1 year until 2 directors aged out and elected all 3. The top 3 candidates were women. This fact was so unremarkable to Globe Life that no one even thought to mention it to me until 2 weeks after I accepted my invitation to join the board. In that conversation, the then chair of NomGov, Eddie Adair, a 71-year-old man from deep South Alabama, said to me, and I remember his exact words like this was yesterday, "Anyone who says qualified women board members are hard to find is just not looking." I had thought I was going to be one of 3 women on that board. Instead, I am thrilled to be one of 5. If you start with a diverse pool of highly qualified candidates with the skills and experience your board needs, not only do you increase your talent pool, you increase the likelihood that the talent that emerges will be diverse. KPMG added its first 2 independent directors last year. Both of us are female. KPMG's elected chair and CEO, Lynn Dowdy, is female. The KPMG board is 35% female, a significant achievement for a professional services firm. KPMG provides a powerful example of how a commitment to equality in the boardroom can be impactful outside the boardroom. The KPMG Women's PGA Championship has a purse that is 79% higher than the LPGA average. Not coincidentally, LPGA purses have increased 70% since KPMG began its sponsorship 5 years ago and became a catalyst for change. And KPMG set a new industry standard in women's professional sports by being the first LPGA sponsor to pay a pro golfer, Stacey Lewis, during her maternity leave. KPMG defied the pay-for-play model that is the norm in women's professional sports, and now other sponsors are following its lead. Although a legal background is valuable when analyzing issues, I was not invited to join a board because I was a lawyer, Both KPMG and Globe Life have outstanding general counsel, Tanya Robinson and Brian Mitchell, whom I am very proud to have here with me today. As they can tell you, neither board looks to me for legal advice, nor do I provide it. I was invited to join a board because of my experience running a complex global business and leading large groups of people who work around the world. Boards need specific skills, specific business skills. That is why the DirectWomen Board Institute, ably chaired by Hilary Sale, highlights the business skills and value of a select group of board-ready women who happen to be lawyers, and then connects boards with that talent pool. Warren Buffett has said that one of the reasons for his success is that he only had to compete with half the population. Last year in the S&P 500, 40% of new independent directors and 33% of first-time directors were women. So Mr. Buffett still doesn't have to compete with the entire other half of the population, but we're getting there. And the increased competition has sometimes communicated the wrong message. Several men I like and respect have told me recently that they came in second in a board search because the board had to choose a woman. Whether they were told that or inferred it, that is the wrong message. This is not about getting a girl in the board picture. It is about achieving competitive advantage by using 100% of the talent pool to build the best boards possible. The right message is that competition for board seats has increased because there is a broader pool of talent that now includes a lot of highly qualified women. It is a different playing field where all of us have to compete for board seats, again, with the entire population, not just half of it. Men are allies in achieving gender parity, and many have helped women seeking board seats. A number of men have been extremely helpful to me as I transition to public company board service and as I continue to consider additional boards. And in a fair and just world, one in which we have achieved gender parity, women will lose board seats to men and men will lose board seats to women. That is what a level playing field looks like. Thank you very much, DirectWomen, for this honor.